Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks, and who doesn't love minifigures? They're all over the place, they are great to use with Lego pieces, they give a little bit of scale if you want to build something particular, and there's so many things to do with minifigures themselves. There are all different kinds of minifigures you can get, but what if you just wanted to get them on your own? Well, for a while, we've seen things like blind packs like this, where you get a series of them every so often. They have a lot of different designs and different accessories to go with them. You sometimes have these little boxes, which can be store promotions. I know there are some now for Toys R Us. Well, not in the US at least. But you can still get these like gift with purchase sort of thing. Sometimes even from the Lego store itself, you can get certain minifigures that way if you're a collector. Well, how about if we got some through, of all stores, Five Below. So let me introduce you to the Stars collection. This is a limited edition run, according to the back of the box. New edition 026 from Brick Zone. Well, they didn't just want to write Lego on there, so... And you'll probably see throughout this video why you don't want Lego specifically tied to it. So I'm looking forward to opening these up, and we'll take a look at the different designs of minifigures right now. Alright, so here's a closer look at the box. It does have these funky little angles to it, kind of like the Lego Friends boxes. There's a look at everyone inside with their own little casing, and let's get them open and see them up close. It's also like 90% empty cardboard space in here, for one reason or another. Not the most efficient thing, but I guess you just need the figures to stand out a little bit more. Some of this got stuck here, but I think it should be able to come out now. There we go. Oh, and I also forgot to show you the back of the box, but I'll read some of the descriptions as they show on here with each figure. They are something to behold. Yeah, here's everything inside. And yeah, double backed, not bad. It keeps them all nice and safe, because we definitely need to keep these figures preserved as best as we can. I might have to fit them back in here when I'm done so they can stay pristine. We're going to start from left to right and top to bottom with Mr. A. And I'll just get the paper here again, or the back of the box again. Resident superhero, strength and speed are his abilities. Mr. A to the rescue. You know, he reminds me of somebody. I'm not sure what it is about the design that seems familiar to me. But, alright, that looks interesting. I don't know about the printing for the torso, like for his chest. It just seems a little off to me. And maybe just a little unusual for a figure. Because you see like their blocky, torso. And then you see like the chiseled muscles there. And let's see, does he have... Oh, well, that's how he comes apart there. But I guess that makes him easier to split sideways. If he has those really tight corners to go through. Let me see. Oh, okay, there's his head. I'm just trying to see if I could turn his face around. Alright, there we go. Well, there's nothing on the back of his head. And alright, now it's stuck like that. I gotta turn it back the other way. Now he's just got hair on his face. Alright, let me just leave him there for a bit. I'll take care of that off camera. Next one on the top here. Yeah, I think everybody knows this one, but I'll read the description anyways. This one is Gremlin. We have a supervillain henchman. Next to him, no moment will be boring. Kiwis are his favorite fruit. I never would have guessed that. Of all the fruits out there, apples, oranges, bananas, I would have thought he would have been into one of those, but it's kiwis, surprisingly. So each of them do have their arms they can turn up and down. You can probably turn them at the wrist, just like a regular minifigure, of course. Get some little posing with him. Just one face, as we can see. And again, he has an A on his chest. That's interesting. Also, I didn't see that before with Mr. A, but we do see along the back this really complicated code. Maybe that's like his employee number? I don't know. But interesting for a supervillain. Oh, I said it was going to go from left to right, so I might as well go to this side now, where we have Amy, the Princess of the Snow Plains. Graceful and cheerful, always singing. That's right. For an entire movie straight, she is always singing. There is no time where she is standing still or, with her mouth closed. Surprisingly here, her mouth is closed. I'm surprised she wasn't singing out of the package. But interesting printing along the front of the legs, as if it was trying to be a dress of some kind, maybe with sparkles on it or something. I'm not sure. And, oh, okay, this time I could get the hair off, and there's a better look. Yeah, well, okay, if her mouth isn't open, then I guess her head is. So, now you know that. Just be careful with that, then. Because I don't know if that'll be a choking hazard. Usually, they're really good about choking hazards with minifigures. Alright, next up, he looks a little bit familiar yet again. I'm not quite sure what his name is, but I'll go look at the package. And we've got... Oh, how could I have guessed? Sheriff, keeper of the law, small town cowboy that takes pride in protecting his citizens. Of course, Sheriff, my favorite of movie characters from animated movies. You can definitely tell by how he has that cowboy vest on him that doesn't carry around the back of it at all. And he's got like a normal stance compared to everyone else. He's not like, any taller, any shorter. He's right in everybody's view, He's no better than the law. He's no better than anyone else. He is just doing his duty. So nothing wrong with that. Now this one, I think everybody is going to love it. They're probably going to get this pack just for him. I know sometimes in a specific series, people just want a certain figure. But this one, you guys are going to love it. JD, philanthropist, businessman. Real estate and investments are always good choices, according to him. Now, surprisingly, up to this point, I haven't seen that many errors with each of these figures, but I'm starting to notice it now, and you can kind of see it along the box. Some of them have sleeves when they're pictured on the box, but on here, not so much. And they also look like they have elbows, but they don't. I mean, Mr. A, he didn't have any sleeves like that, or he had all sleeves. He didn't have short sleeve, I should be saying. Same goes with Amy and Sheriff. So, fascinating look there. But hey, not bad to have a businessman around. I mean, I think the last time Lego made a businessman was for the Lego movie. So, at least they put another one in here, and one that everybody can understand, even if they're not big fans of Lego. Alright, next one, I'm popping out here. He's, again, there's a lot of these that feel familiar. Like, they might be from the same thing. I can't quite place what they're from. But this one, at least we have the information on the back of the box to help. This is Din, street smart prince. Growing up in the slums took him all the way to Prince of the City. Now, I bet he'll have a good talk with with JD, our philanthropist businessman. Maybe he could be a president businessman. A president business, you know what I mean? Alright, so here's a look around at him. Again, I don't think any of these have any real faces along the back of them. I kind of went in expecting they would have just the same face, on the front. Nothing really hidden back there. I know, sometimes they do that with minifigures, sometimes they don't. Alright, let's see this guy. I think this one might actually be a recolor, because I remember seeing this from Lego before, but again, this one actually feels a little bit different than the box version, because his head looks more square on the box. Who knows why? Well, we have C7H9, not to be confused with another C-based robot. Maybe of a Star Wars variety. Assistance by Robot Unit. Aid and companion of outer space explorers. Yeah, he looks like he's ready for space. An unusual color, I would say. I don't think Lego has actually used this color itself for figures, maybe for parts. I'm not sure, but something to behold nonetheless. And this one actually doesn't have a hollow head. This one actually has it with a stud on top this time around. I think our other guy over here, Gremlin, was much the same way, which is interesting. And you know what? This is easier for people to find a whole bunch of figures in a series than the collectible minifigure series, because in those, you always have, like, shapes of figures that seem the same, but they're not. Like, if these were in a series and blind bags, you would think they're the same thing, but they're not, because they have the same hair. Alright then. And while I'm holding her here, might as well move on to this other one. Again, I don't know. I feel like I've seen this maybe in a movie. Maybe she kind of looks like a princess to me. Oh, here we go. Okay, good. I'm glad the box filled in. Her name is Ohana, Islander Princess. She loves her animal friends and living in harmony with nature. That's right. She is one with nature. I heard she's really good with the ocean. Like, she and the ocean get along very well. There's also, like, this big buff dude that's been in a lot of movies, and he has, like, a hook. So that's cool. Like, I guess a pirate or something. And actually pretty nice printing all the way around for her. So interesting, we got a prince and we got a princess in one collection. And believe it or not, well, according to the sides of the box, there we go. New edition 026, limited edition there, said along the back as well. Ages 6 and up, 8 minifigures to collect. This is half of a regular collectible minifigure series. And guess what? This is at Five Below, which means it was $5. Not below it, not quite, but at least for this time, that's not bad. I mean, usually a collectible minifigure series has $4 per figure. Well, look at this. You spend $1 more and you get 8 of them. And they're from something familiar and something real world, perhaps. Maybe only one recolor, but that's not that bad for what it's supposed to be. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed all the figures. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. I'm kind of leaning towards JD personally. I mean, I've seen that face all over the place, and I've always thought, what if there was a Lego version? And I'm so happy they finally made one. We'll see you next time with more videos. I can't do this. I have to do this for a whole month. I mean, come on. Isn't it obvious? Alright, next review.